5'5", so I'm about 3 inches too tall to be a model, so I get denied for all the time. But if there's one thing that I know is an advantage of being very tall, ladies, I think you know what I'm talking about. I have a very average-sized penis. Yeah, there's not really much, not much there, man. I'm sorry. It's just how many people just made eye contact with my crotch? How many people? I saw it. But being an actor and being a model, it really makes you take care of yourself, which is kind of hard to do. You have to go to the gym. You have to eat right. You have to do all this crazy shit to actually be successful in it. And as a model, you really have to take care of yourself. I have to eat right. And actually, this most recent time, I effed up my diet. I was sitting at Arby's. It was the funniest thing. It was Arby's in Rowan County. And I was sitting down, and I see this family starting to pray. I was like, okay, well, that's fine. I'm a dirty atheist, so, but I'm not going to judge you. It's fine. You can do whatever you want. That's fine. And I'm sitting down, and I sit down right at the end of this guy's prayer, and he goes, Jesus, please let this food be nourishment to my body. Think about that. I know he thinks Jesus can work miracles and stuff, but it kind of seems like he's asking a lot, doesn't it? It just kind of seems like he's asking a lot. But as a model, you do have to take care of your smile and your teeth and your skin and stuff like that. But over the past year or two, I have kind of just shit all over my well, hold on, I don't wait, that sounds really weird. I don't shit on it. It's fine. But I have to take care of my teeth. But the last time I went to the dentist, I found out that I had to do 3 fillings all at one time and get a wisdom tooth removed. It took about 3 hours. So I was miserable at the end of it. But the dentist sits me up in the chair and he goes, Jake, how was it, man? Hope it wasn't too bad. So I look at him in his deep brown eyes and I go, well, for having a man inside my mouth for 2.5 hours, it wasn't so bad. And I kind of wink at him, and he won't stop calling me. It's the weirdest thing. He checks in on everything that I do now. It's the weirdest thing ever. But as an actor and as a model, you can't support yourself usually. I mean, it's a very rare situation when someone can be an actor or a model and only do that and support themselves. So I have a day job. I work retail. I'm a retail manager, which is a fucking nightmare. If you've ever worked retail, it's kind of terrible. And you run into like these instances in retail where you're just a complete monster. It turns you into a monster, either involuntarily or absolutely purposefully. Like, for example, this one old lady came into my store. I work at a shoe store. And I was helping her find shoes, and she walks up to me. She's like, honey, you are just the cutest thing ever. I love your style. You must be a model. I was like, oh my God, thank you. I'm actually more of an actor, but I really appreciate that. And she kind of stops and she goes, honey, you must be so hungry. I was like, what do you mean you must be so hungry? You just took my passion and just wiped your ass with it. Why would you say that to somebody? Why would you say that to somebody? It's the weirdest thing, man. Because you know what I heard whenever she said, you must be so hungry? I'm 82 years old and you're going to die before me because you're an actor. You're going to starve to death and you are going to die in this shoe store. That's what I heard. That's exactly what I heard. But there are instances where you're just innocently just a huge asshole. For example, I was on break one time, and I was running down to the other side of the mall, and I was getting coffee. I was rushing back, and I got right outside of my store, and this kid, like, cuts me off. I kind of, like, splooshed coffee all over. Hold on, I didn't mean to say splooge. I've never rehearsed that. But, wait, hold on. I didn't mean to say splooge on a child. People, hold on a second. You know, fuck it. I splooshed on this child. The coffee goes everywhere, and I kind of, like, didn't know what to do, and he kind of, like, glared at me. He's like 5 years old, and I just kind of own the situation. I'm like, it's Darkrest, motherfucker. And I walk into my store, and it's like, in hindsight, that makes no sense at all. It makes absolutely no sense. But I was just like, fuck it, it's just 5-year-old, fuck it. I'm glad his parents weren't there, because that would have been a shit storm if it was. But being an actor, it kind of trains you for dealing with the general population. And there's this one guy that comes into my store every now and again, and he's starting to like kind of annoy me with it, but he comes in every time, he tries to be buddy with me, which I appreciate, but on certain days I'm just like, go the fuck away, it's fine, just go the fuck away. And like this last time he came into the store, he was like, man, I have so much respect for those who work with the general population, that must suck. And I just kind of stared off into space and I go, yeah, it really makes you understand the whole murder-suicide stuff, doesn't it? And I just walk away, and I was like uber nice for the rest of the time, just to try and confuse him. I was like, hey guys, how you guys doing? You guys doing all right? And he's just like staring at me from across. He's like, oh my God, this guy's crazy. And I'm just fucking with him. And it's just the most amazing thing ever to do that. But, like, again, you can be innocently just a huge monster in retail. For example, the aisles in my store are only about 3 feet apart. So you kind of squeeze by people. And there was this one instance where this lady, she was getting shoes, and she was kind of knelt down like this right here, and she was like getting shoes and like trying them on, like grabbing shoes from here. She was kind of swiveling 180 degrees. And I was looking for a particular shoe at the end of the aisle that she was on. And I squeezed by her, I'm like, excuse me, miss, I'm looking for a shoe. And she's like, oh, no problem, no problem. I was like, wait a minute, Jake. That shoe is on the other side of the tile. So I turn around, I make 3 steps, her face lands right on my dick. I have no idea how to react. She's freaking out, I'm freaking out. I'm just like, she doesn't know how to react, so she kind of flails her head, and she ends up like nuzzling my dick a little bit. I was like, oh my God, this is the weirdest thing, I'm so sorry. And then she finally gains control of her body. She sits up and she's like, I'm so sorry, that's terrible. I'm just like, no, that's okay, it happens. And I was like, no, wait, I don't just go around rubbing my penis on customers' faces. No, it's gonna be okay. I'm a manager. I would never do that. I would never do that. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But that's all my time, guys. My name is Jake Whaley. Thanks a lot, guys.